Hi guys, welcome to Hannah's Backyard. This is week number 9, and things are really starting to come along. This is kind of the peak of the garden. Things are still growing, and eventually we're waiting for the tomatoes to blush and turn colors. But so I guess it's not the peak quite yet, but everything's growing and looking really nice right now. So for week 9, we're a little bit behind where we should be or where we normally are. But you know, it's still gonna produce. But anyway, so that's beside the point. I've been trimming up my tomatoes and keep pruning them. The suckers just keep growing, which is fine. You know, that's a good thing. I'm actually taking the suckers off these tomatoes a lot more than I normally do. I'm really trying to keep things opened up, but they're really starting to grow now. So before we do the garden tour, I'm going to take you along. The garlic is ready to harvest, so we're going to harvest the garlic, and the carrots are also ready. My dog trampled quite a few last weekend. She was out there and I think she thought there was a mouse or something in it, and she trampled a lot of my carrots and broke off the greens of them. So I had to pull them out, and I realized that, you know, they're pretty ready to come out before they get all weird and cracked. There was 2 that were cracked that were pretty large, so I'm just gonna pull the rest out. But I figured I'd bring you guys along and then we'll walk through the garden. We haven't had rain again this week. Just actually, maybe we have, but like 1/10 of an inch here, 1/10 of an inch there. It hasn't been very much at all. But yeah, why don't you come along? Oh, we're supposed to get rain tonight. That's what I was gonna say. So I want to get the garlic out today before we get a lot of rain. So come along and I'll show you the garlic. Okay, so here we are down in the garlic, and how you're gonna know when it's done is the leaves on the bottom start dying off, and I go usually like 3 or 4. Well, this one's just, I'm gonna have to pop that one out of the ground with a shovel, I think. That one's done. Like, oh, come on. Like a little too done. Like I should have been getting that out a little bit sooner. But it's still gonna be edible. But yeah, so, whew, that scared me. Like 3 or 4. So 1, 2, 3. So yeah, they're all about the same stage. So I think it's time for them to come up. So let's do this. Look at that. It's really, woo! Ooh. It's definitely ready, and nice big garlic. Okay, so here is where the garlic was. Got a little bit of maintenance to do, like cleaning up and stuff. And the carrots are right there, so I'm gonna have this little area that's gonna have nothing. So I did start some cabbage, spinach and whatnot, so I think that's gonna go here. I don't know, I'm thinking yet. Well, my onions need to be weeded. Yeah. But yeah, I did pretty good. Those are just kind of weird, kind of split open. But they'll still be edible. But these are the ones I'm gonna tie so I can store them. I'm super impressed with these purple ones. I can't remember what they're called, I'll have to look it up. The white ones and the purple ones are the first year I've grown them, and they're huge. I love them. And then the smaller purple ones over here are Creole, which these were from last year's seed. Excuse me, this is third year for these smaller ones, but they don't get as big as these. I want to say one was like music or something. I can't remember. I'll have to look back on my records. But yeah, super impressed. Okay, so it might be just a tad dark. The sun's just starting to come up. It's 6 o'clock. So I want to get out here before it gets too hot. So this week it's still kind of the same. The black-eyed Susans are starting to want to bloom. So that'll be the next thing that comes up. This is kind of looking a little bit wild right now. I just need to cut all this stuff back. I started with the sage. You can see my little pile of stuff there. I think I'm going to cut that back. Oops, sorry. The pestilman, whatever it's called. I want to move that, to be honest. But yeah, it's time for I think just got to cut some stuff back, let it regrow. Oh, look. There is a strawberry. We got a little bit of rain last night. Nice morning snack. So the garden is pretty wild with sunflowers. Sweet corn is tall, tasseled. New things. I pulled the garlic out. You'll see that in this video. And I took out half the carrots. The orange carrots aren't ready yet. The yellow ones were. The onions, as you can see, some of them are starting to fall, which means they're getting ready to start harvesting and drying for them. Oh yeah. The gladiolas bloomed. So far, it's just the orange ones. Well, there's some purple ones coming. They're so beautiful though, and they smell really good. Here's some purple ones. They're really pretty. But yeah, some of the onions are starting to fall. So I got to do a little bit of maintenance here, cleaning up these weeds. And I think this is where I'm going to put my cabbage for the fall garden. I'm still debating on that because the garlic needs to come somewhere up in this area. I like to plant it up in the front here. But yeah, the onions are looking really good. I think we'll have a pretty decent harvest. I don't think it'll be a year's worth. But that's okay as long as they store. And I got to remind myself to start eating the white ones because they don't store very well. I trimmed up my Swiss chard a little bit. It's basically chicken feed at this point. The really little, the smaller leaves and stuff I'll eat. Actually, I don't know. I've been eating them. I'll throw a leaf here and there and stuff, so it's pretty good. They look really nice. Yeah, this is where the carrots were. I got one blooming, so I'm going to try to keep seeds from that. The dogs trampled this here, but these are the orange carrots. They're still growing. My lettuce, I got to pull that out, give that to the chickens. So this whole area is empty now. We got all the basil, just tons of basil. You should just walk by this area. It just smells delicious. The kale's doing really well. I mean, I put kale in almost everything. I made a kale salad. It's just been phenomenal. You can see the difference here in these sunflowers. I'm not sure. They're all probably cross-pollinated because they've been in the garden for quite a while. But you can see that those have like a darker center. It's hard to tell with the sun coming up, but these are these look like the Pro Cut White. that I had, but Pro Cut White, the ones I had were just with single head. So I think these cross-pollinated with something else and then came up in the garden, which I'm just fine with. The corn, man, this is the tallest sweet corn I have ever grown. It's like, it's higher than my hands can even reach. But we're not quite ready. Our ears, they're getting some size to them. So our tomatoes, I've been doing a lot of trimming, more trimming this year than any other. But yes, this is definitely getting shaded out by the corn. I don't think it's gonna matter because the corn will be coming down as soon as it's done. These peppers, they're doing really well. Look, I got a couple nice size ones in there. Yes, this is looking really nice. You can see some of the tomato fruit coming. Look at this one. This is a green zebra, and look at that cluster. There's tons there. All the cherries. There's a whole bunch. So, I'm trying to do this fast before the sun comes up. This is an Amish paste. And this is to the top of the trellis already, so that's great. So is that beefsteak over there. So these onions are looking really good. They were put in a little bit later. And the dill, I gotta do something with that dill. This area is still empty from the cauliflower. I'm kind of wishing I would have put the pumpkins here, but you can see that pumpkin just reaching for the sky. The tomatoes, these are the tiger striped. You can see them. There's gonna be a ton on here. Oh, I gotta do a little bit of training on my cucumbers. I have picked 2 cucumbers. You can kind of, maybe you can't. There's some in there. So they should start producing a lot here pretty soon. But they've really started to take off. So I gotta get them trained that way. We're missing something here. Oh yeah. The hot peppers. So I don't know if anybody else has heard, but some of the peppers aren't what they say they are. Now I started these from seed, and these came out of a jalapeno packet, but that does not look like a jalapeno. That one doesn't even have, oh, it's starting to get flowers on it. So I don't know what that's gonna be, but it's looking like I'm not gonna have any jalapenos. These are the shishitsu. They're supposed to be anyway. Peppers are so hit and miss for what you're gonna get sometimes. These are the fusili, I think they're called, and there's like a whole bunch of little ones down in there. It's kind of a cool looking plant. Anaheims are looking, these peppers are looking really good. Look at these cayennes I got coming on this plant. Tons of them. So, oh, maybe this is a jalapeno. Oh, maybe these are the jalapenos and the other ones are the paprikas. I could only hope. I hope that's the truth there. So yeah, these are looking really nice, tomatoes. That one looks a little stressed. It's a little curled up. Not quite sure why. Celery. Look at that. I'd like it to get a little taller. Next year I'm going to grow a taller variety. So I've been picking, I got like 20 zucchini yesterday. They're just, well, there's 2 plants there, 1 here. So the 3 plants are just producing. And I wanted to show you all of these sunflowers. It's pretty extreme how many pollinators are in here on a daily basis. So they're already out here, and it's 6 o'clock in the morning. I just saw 3 of them. But this pumpkin here is starting to take over, and it's creeping, and it's taking out my sunflowers. The sunflowers are not holding them up. But yeah, that's the blue pumpkin up on the top there, and this is the sugar pumpkin. altogether too many pumpkins. So I don't know, it looks like that one pumpkin wants to reach over. I don't know if I let it or what to do. I'm just gonna walk around. I'll come back in through the middle. But we're doing decent on the pests this year. Yeah, this is a really pretty looking one. Look at that guy. Pretty color. I'm really liking these orange flowers. They're beautiful. So here's my little zinnia patch. These are the ones I got from Baker Creek. Aren't they just, they're just so beautiful. I love them. The color. I'm starting to wonder why they call those giant purples, because they're not purple at all. They're more like a magenta. And the candy striped. They're finally starting to get something going on here. Teddy bear ones. They're a little delayed. Yeah, this is starting to look at this. It's a jungle. So here's the melons. I gotta do some training today. That's the goal. Oh look, we got a little melon. Oh, I'm so excited. I hope they produce. Look, there's another one. These are the little ones, so hopefully. Here are the Kajaris. Just 2 plants on, well, I think there's a couple extra in there now that I started them, but I definitely got to train things up. We had some rain last night, and I think it just kind of knocked everything down a little bit. But I'm super excited about these. I haven't seen one yet. Wow, I got a lot of training to do to get them back up to where they need to be. But it's definitely coming. These are the cantaloupes. There's a couple little bitties. And this is a different type of melon. This plant's going crazy. It's everywhere. It's even going that direction. More sunflowers. And here's the pumpkins. I keep cutting it so I can keep a path straight through the middle. Well, kind of straight through. But look at these pumpkins are really starting to take off now. There's that one. And there's that one. So far, those are the only 2 I see over on this gigantic plant. But it's starting to go that way. Going all the way over. There are just a ton of sugar pumpkins in here. Now that I say that, you're not going to see a one, but there's one. There's one. There's one. There's tons. A couple more. The bees just love it in here. Absolutely love it. So yeah, you can see my mangled trim job, but there it is. Like I said, I got a lot of training to do today. Today is a garden day. But the weeds and everything's looking really good. Oh yeah, I gotta pick 3 more cabbages and then they're done. And I gotta come over here. This Romanesco, I think I let it go a little too long. I should have pulled it last week. I'm gonna pull that out today too. And I got a couple little pieces of broccoli side shoots and whatnot that I'll probably pick and start maybe preserve or just eat. We've been eating a lot of fresh veg, so. Okay guys, oh, and I got my new Premier chicken fence for my babies. So now they have all this, and then we roofed the top with wire, so that's completely secured when the doors are closed. Doors open right now, they're just in eating because it's early morning, they just woke up, but so far I'm really liking it. And my little rooster's starting to crow a little bit better. Good morning. Hi babies. I don't know if you can even see him. Speckled Sussex. They were all supposed to be hens, but here we are. So I got to get my older hens over here yet and call a rooster that I don't want to have to call, but he's mean, so I just can't do it. I tried. So anyway, I hope you guys have a good rest of the day, and we will see you on the next one.